Hey friends, today we're going to make a Thiebaud inspired gumball machine. So first we have to draw our gumball machine. We're going to start out with a big circle. I want you to make this circle about as big as your hand. If you set your hand on top of it, your circle should go around your hand. I'm going to make my circle a little bit darker so that you guys can see it a little better. Then we have to draw the base, the actual machine part. So we're going to draw a straight line down. It's going to slant outward. Do the same thing on the other side. We're going to connect the bottom of those lines with a rainbow line. I'm going to turn my paper sideways. You don't have to. Connect those lines. Now we need to draw the top. We're going to draw a small rainbow line at the top of our circle and another little one on top of that, and that is the lid of our gumball machine. Now we have to draw the part that turns with the quarters. So we're going to draw a straight line down and a straight line across like the letter L. One more straight line up about as tall as the other one. Two little tiny straight lines at the top. Then we're going to connect it with a U line. And I didn't like mine, so I erased it and fixed it. You can absolutely do that with any of your drawings. So that's where your quarter usually goes. Now you have to draw the part that you have to turn. So we're going to draw a little tiny line and then a long line diagonally across that opening like an L. Another little line up, and then we're going to draw a line that's parallel. So it goes straight across on the other side. So we have a long rectangle. We're going to put a circle in the middle of it. Now we have to draw the part at the bottom where the gumball falls down. So we're going to draw a straight line down, just continuing that line. And we're going to draw another big U underneath it. Now on the sides you can leave it blank or you can add decorations. Here I'm going to add some words, gum for 25 cents. You can write whatever you want to. You can make it look like you have a company for gum, whatever you want to do. Draw an extra line at the bottom for decoration. Now we're going to draw the table. We're going to draw a straight line from the edge of our paper to our gumball machine, pretend it's going behind our gumball machine, and continue the line on the other side. Now it's time to trace. Most of our artwork we use a Sharpie to trace so that we can see our lines nice and bold. And we're going to draw all of our lines with Sharpie. Then it's time to color. We're going to use markers, but you are not going to color inside of your circle. I'm going to put an X there with my pencil so I know that I'm not coloring there, I'm coloring everything else. You're going to take your markers, you want to color everything, including your decoration on the sides. You can use the same colors, just make sure that they're not right next to each other. Color everything except the circle. Now it's time to color the circle. I'm going to erase my X. I'm going to take a blue colored pencil and color really lightly inside my circle. This is going to make it look like glass. Now we're going to add our gumballs with paper inside of our glass. You're going to take a template, it's a circle I've already cut for you out of thicker paper, and you're going to trace that circle onto construction paper. You get to pick the colors. You're going to hold the template with one finger or hand and trace with the other hand. You're going to hold that pencil right on the edge of your template and trace as carefully as you can. Trace as many gumballs as you think you might need. You know I love rainbow, so I'm doing rainbow gumballs. If you just want to pick a couple of colors, you can do that. It is up to you. If you mess up, you can fix it with your pencil. You're going to do that with all of the colors that you choose. Now it's time to cut. And if you watch, I keep my scissors as straight as I can, and I move my paper around my scissors. That's what helps us control our scissors and try to get as round of a circle as we can. I'm cutting right on that pencil line, trying to be very careful to cut in a circle. I'm going to set that off to the side, cut another one. Again, keeping my scissors as straight as I can, turning my paper so that I can make that nice curved line with my scissors, and set that gumball off to the side as well. Now if that floppy stuff gets in your way, you can cut it off and you can throw it away because you don't need it anymore. And you're going to do that with all of the colors you want to use for your gumballs. Now it's time to put your gumballs on your machine, which is the fun part. You're going to take some liquid glue. We're going to make sure that it's open, and you're going to put some glue on the back of your gumball. My glue isn't open, so I'm going to fix it. I'm just going to put a couple of dots. You do not need a lot of glue for it to stick. And I'm going to stick my gumball inside that circle. You do not want it to go outside. We want it to look like it's sitting inside that glass bowl. And you're going to keep putting just a little bit of glue, and you're going to set your gumballs inside your circle. But we want it to look like that they're sitting all on top of each other. So when I take this yellow gumball, I'm going to put it on top of those gumballs. That's called overlapping. We're going to overlap most of our gumballs so that it looks like they're all sitting on top of each other inside that gumball machine. Again, you can use whatever colors you want. You can put them however you want in your circle. We just want it to make it look like there's a bunch of gumballs in that machine all sitting together. If you accidentally get a little bit of dried glue, you can scrape it off with your fingernail or get me to help you, or we'll fix it later. Little bits of glue, lots of gumballs, fit them inside your circle. I would suggest, if you have lots of colors, putting them away from each other because it sometimes looks better that way, but this is your artwork. You make it how you want to. I think I'm going to do a couple more. There we go. You want to make sure they're pressed down really nice and hard so that they stick to your paper. Now it's time to write your name. I'm going to take my Sharpie and write my name at the bottom of my paper. And I'm almost done, but I have so many gumballs left over, and I got to figure out what to do with them. I have a special box for you guys that we're going to put your gumballs into, so that if somebody needs some extra, there's already some cut out for them in my box. So once your gumballs are in the box, you are done with your gumball machine. Great job!